Hey there guys, this is Trace over at Deals on Wheels Helena. You know, one of the huge parts about owning a vehicle is doing the proper vehicle maintenance. And one of the pieces that often gets overlooked is your tires. Well, I'm going to show you a few couple of pointers and some tips on taking good care of your tires so they can take care of you. An important part of taking care of your tires is making sure that they're at the right air pressure. A lot of people like to look at the tire, and that is generally a safe bet. But if you go inside here, open up the door, and check on the door panel, there should be an indicator that'll tell you two main things from the manufacturer's recommendation. It's going to tell you what size of tire to use and what air pressure you should be at. So now that you know what size of tire and what air pressure you should be at, you can go ahead and come down to your tire. So your tire size, once you reference the indicator that's in the door, you're just going to look here, make sure that those numbers match because you want to be running the size that's manufacturer recommended. As far as checking the pressure, it's very easy. All you have to do is go up to here. We'll use this little gauge tool. There's a lot of similar ones out there. Usually they only cost about $1 and they're a great thing to have. So all you have to do is push this end until that comes out. So these tires are supposed to be at 35. You can see there that they're only at 30, so that means I'm going to have to air them up about 5 pounds per square inch. Another important question is how much tread depth does your tire have? If it has too little, then it's probably time for a change. A great way to tell where your tires are at is to use a penny. All you have to do is grab, just any standard penny with old Honest Abe link in there, stick them into your tire, and if he's in the tread there and you can see the top of his head, then it's time for a tire change. But you can see here, we can't quite see the top of his head, so these tires have some life left in them. Now when you're using your penny trick, you want to go all throughout the tire to make sure that your tire isn't unusually wearing. A big thing with this is, if your tire's wearing too much in the middle, you probably have ran the tires at too high of an air pressure, which means that the middle part of this tread gets worn out faster. If you're at too low of an air pressure, the outside is going to get worn out a lot faster. So that can be a big indicator that your air pressure is off. Another big sign to look for when you're checking out your tires is if there's any dry rot or any bubbling. Dry rot is going to look like cracking on a tire. So when you go in here, if you're seeing cracking there along the bead or up around here, that can be a bad sign if it's getting pretty intense. What's also a bad sign is on this sidewall, if you have any bubbles or abnormal protruding spots, that could be a real sign that your tire is about to blow and you should immediately get new tires put on. So if you've ever been driving down the road and you've had a little exclamation point with a tire around it, logo pop up on your dash, that's just the TPMS sensor letting you know that it's time to check your tires. That doesn't always mean that your tires are low. Sometimes the sensors are bad, or sometimes it could be the spare that's actually not at all helping the vehicle go, but that could be ticking off the sensor as well. It's always important to check all the tires. Another huge thing, if you have an all-wheel drive vehicle, it's important that all your tires have a similar tread depth. If you don't, and let's say your two back tires have a lot of tread on them and the two front are very low, that could cause some serious issues with your transmission and your drivetrain. So you really want to keep your tires at a similar tread depth if you're driving an all-wheel drive vehicle. So remember guys, if you take care of your vehicle, it'll always take care of you. This has been Trace from Deals on Wheels. Drive safe.